Hi everyone, I'm trying a different type of video today. I'm calling this a deep dive on the RX 580 8GB. Reason being is that I get a lot of questions and comments about it that make me feel like a lot of people still use this card, and there are people who, because they don't have a ton of money to spend or just don't want to spend, they are looking at picking one of these up to game on today. It reminded me of a few years back when I purchased a GTX 960 to reignite my flame with PC gaming. It was a great decision for me, and I overall am a huge proponent of used graphics cards. Right now, you're seeing some gameplay with stats from Hogwarts Legacy on the 580. The RX 580 8GB is a popular GPU for sure. For nearly all of its life, with the exception of the mining craze, it has been a great value for the money. I'm going to take an in-depth look at what it's like to own this GPU in 2024, and at the end of the video, I'll provide my thoughts on if it's still viable for PC gaming and what kinds of CPUs it should be paired with. This video will solely focus on the 8GB variant, as I can tell you right now that I would not recommend the 4GB version for today's games. 8GB is basically the minimum you should be looking at if you want to play modern games. Now I'll run through some gameplay and my thoughts on the 580's performance in a roundup of 4 of the most popular PC games. We're going to take a look at the performance of the RX 580 8GB in Urzikstan Resurgence in Call of Duty Warzone. So for settings, I like to use the minimum quality graphics preset. Then I like to put the resolution scale back up to 100% and put the texture resolution to normal. So basically with this, you get the game looking just fine, and all the other settings are super low, so you get all the FPS. So we're going to go ahead and apply that, and we're going to go into a game. Alright, we are coming in over the largest map. So far everything feels decent. Alright, we're going to try to find a place to land where hopefully we don't get into too much immediate trouble. Alright, start our FPS counter, and let's check out this truck. Nothing in there. Okay, so we're over a really wide open area. It's actually getting between 70 and 80 FPS. Oh, it dips quite a lot looking at the city and the cove over there. And then over here, where it's more just plain mountains, we're getting in the 80s. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves some decent equipment here. Alright, we are stealthy. Oh, there's a buy station, but I got no money. Alright, so we're going to venture down here carefully. So I'm pretty sure I saw some others parachute down into here. Alright. Frame time graph is still pretty smooth. Averaging 73 FPS. Outside here. Can't find this box I'm hearing. Lots of ammo, but no money. Some money would be nice. Oh, here's some people. Hopefully we don't run into anyone quite yet, because I don't feel like I'm quite ready. Alright, there's a box. A little bit of money. We're gonna leave that. Okay, so what I'm noticing now is pretty decent responsiveness. Our 1% lows make it look like we're going below 60 FPS now and again, but I don't really feel it. Okay. Oh, someone's after me now. And they are very close. Almost. Oh, you're a cool guy.
Contract failed. Objective lost.
Alright, we're gonna try this again.
We are returning you to the front.
Alright.
Earn this.
I don't want to go over there. Let's check out these containers and such over here. Got an okay gun. Gotta last 14 seconds. Ooh, a Molotov, okay. Alright. Ooh.
You got a loadout drop inbound.
Well, that's convenient.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Ugh. That really sucks. Alright, I'm not playing great, but hopefully it's getting the FPS information across nicely. Let's see if that guy's still hanging out. He is. Okay, now we're going to try this with some FSR. Let's do FSR 3.0 on the quality preset. I'm not going to do the frame generation because I don't want to introduce any latency. Okay, we're launching in again into the Urzikstan map. This time with FSR quality turned on. We're over 90 FPS, looking through the large part of the city, way from above. Let's see if we can land on a building. Okay, we started our counter. Alright, and we are off to start. Looks like staying in the high 80s this time, which is nice. It's definitely an improvement. Even though 90s. Okay. Looking around at the whole city. Okay, we drop down into the lower 70s. I saw it touch the 60s there for a second. But kind of right as it first looked at and started loading in all those other buildings. Alright, let's see if we can find some money and some supplies and maybe get into a little bit of trouble. Alright, sliding around. And looting does actually feel quite a bit better. A little less hitchy. Oh yeah, and the slides definitely feel more fluid. Image detail noticeably a little blurrier, a little more jagged, especially on things like these highlighted items. So you are sacrificing some image quality for sure, even with FSR 3. Let's see if we can get this guy over here. Where did he get to? Oh, it still died even with the RPG. That's fantastic. We cracked him, but didn't make it.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Alright. Let's see, there's a guy on the roof there.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. You're losing ground. Move it.
Got one. Let's see if we can
Marked remaining
maybe get
operators
this
from
guy
that squad.
too.
Hunt them down.
Oop, there's one down there. How about... Alright, the sniping feels pretty good. Ooh, we're getting quite a bit lower FPS over here, though.
You got a loadout drop inbound.
Ooh, that sucks to be you.
Kill confirmed, and we located the rest of them. Enemy soldier incoming.
Let's see if we can quickly get our loadout and get out of this situation. Okay, now, while we approach this other guy up here, it seems like our average is sitting around 80. And I don't think I've seen it dip at all below 60 myself. Let's see if he's up here. He might die.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Alright, that time we did it. Oh no. Got third partied.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Alright, such is life.
Chance. Make it count.
Let's see if he's still up there. Okay. Going to this building a lot. This building's been saving me pretty frequently. Would love to be able to get my things. Oh, that was that same person, I think.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
That dude's dead. Do I have my
Good
perks?
kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is closing in.
Okay, we're using a lot of ammo. We're gonna need to find some more, obviously.
Kill confirmed. We located the rest of them.
Was gracious enough to give me some. Okay, I don't know if I want to be up here.
Only 25 remain.
Alright, that sucks. Alright, let's see if we can drop on our stuff again.
Resurging. Go get your revenge.
Just coming hot. Stay off my stuff, please. Find my SMG.
You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
worst thing to have, but where's my... Okay, there you are.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Okay. This roof is too good.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
Okay.
Need mid-call rounds.
Still...
You got gas moving in.
Smoke. Okay. It's getting a little intense over here, guys.
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
I have been camping here quite a while, but it feels like currently the best thing to be doing.
Resurgence has closed. No more second chances.
Gotta watch behind me here. Alright, so looking into the gas, we're getting 66 to 68 FPS. Make sure no one's popping up on me. Okay. Gonna have to move off of this building. Sure no one's gonna tail me.
Gas is moving.
Oh gosh, I went on top of this roof. I don't know if I have enough time to... Ooh, maybe. Let's see if there's anyone up here. Oh, wow. Okay. The FPS didn't let me down there. So let's see if there's anyone over here. Yep. Alright, now we are trying Fortnite. So for settings on here, we've gone with 1080p, DirectX 11. I went to the low quality preset, but bumped the resolution up to 100%. Alright, above the map, we're getting looks like around in the high 80s. Alright, we're gonna dive in. Alright, coming down in the map, especially since this is my first time loading in with this graphics card, we might have a little bit of stuttering. It might take a moment or two to balance out. Make sure there's no one else coming after us. Alright. And we have started our FPS counter. So these liquid explosions, if you will, seem to tank our FPS a little bit. Hopefully that's still the game just settling out. Alright, oh, yep, a stutter when I swung the camera there. But when it's not stuttering, it does feel alright. If you see right now, the frame time graph is really stable. I think this is maybe under the stairs. Yep. Ooh, okay, let's get some shields going. Alright, and let's get a better assault rifle. Ooh, someone to kill. Is this a bot? Am I a bot? This might be a bot. Alright, the longer I play it, the smoother it does start to feel. Still getting the occasional spike on the frame time graph there, and that is feelable. I may hear someone. I can't find that box. We'll move on somewhere else. Alright, maybe we'll go get into some trouble. See if we can third party some people here. Yeah, this guy's got no clue. Okay. I mean, I can't complain right now. Again, I wonder if that was another bot. So I feel like that should be more difficult than it was. Alright, let's see. Where are we? That was foolish. Alright, we need to get inside quickly. There you are. Again, feels like a bot. Alright. So, there's another one of those small spikes. It seems like when I jump, move the camera really fast, and I surprise it, yeah, that I get one of those stutters. It's not the worst. but it's also not what you want for the consistency to always be able to get the jump on someone. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to change, we're going to let it decide the resolution scale. So we're going to go back to low, apply it. So this puts the render resolution at 50, TSR low. Alright, let's see how that changes things. Alright, it's a little softer, a little fuzzier. Not by much though. Not by as much as I would have expected. And that may have gotten rid of that stutter that we were seeing. There are some very small micro stutters when I surprise it. Yeah, like right there, but that is much better, much more workable than what we were dealing with before. I don't know why I have the little Wi-Fi symbol going there. I'm not feeling any lag. Someone was here. Maybe some sniper ammo would help us out. But we don't have any. Okay. Alright, let's see. So we're going to want to go this way. Get ourselves in to the circle. Alright, so averaging 180, over 180 FPS. This does feel really good. I don't know if I want to mess with whatever that's going on down there. Might draw a lot of attention to ourselves. Ooh, okay. Here's another situation where we can surprise them in third party. Two bots battling it out. Oh, perhaps a third. Oh, this guy. It's not a bot, though. Alright, yeah, not a bot that time. Alright, where's this vehicle? We gotta go. Oh, I'm in trouble. Yep. Okay, now we're in GTA 5. It's been a long time since I played this. I actually 100%ed this years ago on PS4, but I haven't gotten nearly that far on PC. We're doing 1080p, and I'm letting it go with the settings that it has chosen, and it is essentially very high across the board. And for advanced graphics, it did some stuff with the shadows. Alright, coming into this, we have launched as Michael. At nighttime, we're getting around 80 FPS. Alright, we're gonna push into the city a little bit more. Alright, this does feel really good, so not crazy FPS, but well over 60. I don't really think it's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go over 60, or under 60. I don't think it's gonna go under 60. Right, even though 1% low theirs is sitting at 62. Frame time graph looks really smooth. It feels really smooth. Nice and responsive. Even with all these buildings in the background. So I could definitely play it like this, and I'm sure this is way better than it was consistently on PS4 when I played it. This actually kind of makes me want to play this game again, get real immersed in it, play it on my ultra-wide monitor with one of my modern graphics cards. Yeah, even when it sees... Ooh. Okay, with some of the trees here and that big crash, it touched 59 FPS, but that's not really a big deal. In my opinion, at least. Can we do that again?
You know how much this car costs?
Oh boy, okay. Get out of my way. Alright, there's some foliage over here. Doing a lot of crazy stuff. Alright. Touched below 50 there again, or below 60, excuse me. But I think it was 58 or 59 FPS was the lowest that it went. And it wasn't drastic. It didn't feel like a huge hit like we were seeing in Fortnite, where it would stutter. It just hit and then it moved on, so I'm okay with that. Going on the freeway, lots of cars, really fast, sun's coming up. Maybe we can go out towards this mountain, towards the countryside some. See how that feels. But zero complaints. I think this is exactly how I would play this game on this graphics card. I don't see a need to push a ton more FPS. Let's go up this hill. Whoa! Okay. Now we're out here, we've got some grass, some trees. Okay. So with this dense grass, it's hitting 59, 58 occasionally. Ooh, that was a big drop. Okay, now that we're down in this ditch, essentially, with nothing but foliage on all sides. Alright. 54, 52. I do feel that slow down just a little bit, especially when it goes to, okay, 45. You do feel that, but honestly, no one plays like this. At least not with any consistency. And I'll be honest, again, in a single player game, I wouldn't be too worried about it hitting 45 on a rare occasion, and this should be a very rare occasion, because if I scream down this mountain again, spin down this mountain if you will, come out through this path, FPS gets a little higher, and then we're back on the street. Alright, we did find an area here where it's hugging closer to 60 FPS, and I guess that's a kind of a dense little city portion right next to a lot of vegetation. So this might almost be a little too much.
Hey, what's up?
I don't know. If it stays above 50, I think it's okay. Okay, now for the really tough one. We're going to try this out in Cyberpunk 2077. So I've got it at 1080p. So now one of the advantages of the RX 580 compared to a lot of older graphics cards is the 8 gigabytes of VRAM. So I've actually set this with the texture quality to high. So I started with low quick preset, turned off the resolution scaling, and then when you're outside of the game loaded, there's a setting here to change your texture quality, and I put that at high, so that should help clean up our graphics some while having everything else low. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so now, without any help of upscaling, we are currently at 48, 47 FPS. Alright, coming through this really well lit up area, we're dipping into the low 40s and I think even high 30s. But it's not doing a bad job. Frame time is pretty consistent. It looks a little shaky on the graph, but I'm not really feeling that myself. Alright, it's really not too bad. I am noticing the low crowd density setting. Like, I see almost no people. There's a few random people. It seems like it cuts them out when I'm moving fast. Maybe that's a performance saving feature. Oh, there's a few. Okay. But it looks good. It feels pretty good. Even over here, I saw it get to almost 50. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go to FSR quality. See what that nets us out. We're going to reset our benchmarking. Okay, so right now it's in mid-high 50s. It looks a little worse on my screen. I would say a little noisier. There's a little bit of ghosting on the car. You can see like around the tires and the rear fenders there. Honestly, I don't know if this is worth it. It's a pretty sizable degradation in quality for an amount of FPS that I don't know if I'm really feeling that well. Alright. I gotta say, in all honesty, I think this is the way most people with this graphics card should play this game. It's way less noisy. There's no ghosting. And for me, playing on a controller, this 45-ish FPS would be worth the graphics increase for me. So now that you have seen what it can do in some modern games, you might be interested in getting your hands on one. Let's talk about where to get one and the pricing. I'll start by telling you what not to do. Don't go on Newegg or AliExpress and get a quote-unquote new one from some no-name brand. Many of these have a used GPU die and memory taken off of a broken card that has been resoldered onto a new card with a cheap cooler. These could have spent a ton of time being mined on, which I doubt will help with reliability and longevity of them. The best bang for the buck option is to get one used from eBay from a seller with a good rating. At the time of recording, prices on eBay are around $70 to $80. If you go this route, I highly recommend immediately replacing the thermal paste so it will perform essentially like new. If you're not confident about buying one used, you can actually still buy one of these right now brand new, but I'm not sure how long it will last. I've recently seen them for sale at Best Buy, online, and actually in the store for around $130 to $140. These appear to be completely new cards manufactured by XFX, which is a major brand name in the GPU space, so I think you can trust the reliability on them. Another question I get asked a lot is what kind of CPU you need to get the most out of such a GPU. Based on my own personal experience, I would suggest pairing it with something like an AMD Ryzen 5 2600 or higher, or an Intel i5 8400 or higher. These are both 6-core CPUs from around the same time that the RX 580 was released, and they can still get you by quite well in most of today's games. So, to answer the question of if the RX 580 is still viable in 2024, I would say yes, but with 2 important caveats. Number 1, utilizing FSR will be necessary in many situations, so if you don't care for upscaling, it's not for you. Number 2, it cannot support mesh shaders, which is a new game design technique used in games like Alan Wake 2. There are very few games using mesh shaders at this moment, but it's possible that this could change, and impossible to say if it will catch on in the broader industry. If you've made it this far and have found the video informative or entertaining, please consider subscribing to the channel for more PC hardware related content, and thank you so much for watching.